Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and I have a question for y'all. Have you guys noticed that nobody pays attention to middle aged people? Thank you for watching Vlogs About Nothing. I really do appreciate your time. It is, in fact, Tuesday night here in the high desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's the Sandia Mountains about 13 miles to the east, and yeah, I mean, what a lovely low laying valley. I don't know why human beings have decided that valleys are the smartest place to live, but I don't really think they are. I mean, I think history would tell us that low lying valleys are, in fact, just future flood hazards waiting to be flooded, but I'm no geopolitical climate engineer person thingy. I'm just this guy who talks about nothing and does his best to talk about nothing. I mean, with all faith in my own self to set the bar as low as possible, that is in fact what happens. And so I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I definitely did forget what that whole intro was even about. Sometimes I focus so much on, oh yeah, on the introduction that I forget what I'm talking about because it's all improv. But why don't people pay attention to middle-aged people? Man, I was already interrupted once tonight, and I'm not going to interrupt myself for any reason. These videos must get done. And every time I do mess up and I lose 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes of my life, it adds up. Especially when I'm making 4 videos a day. There's only 24 hours in it. I'm trying to sleep 16 of them. I mean, I only have 8 to give. Holy potatoes, 2 of that's got to be doing eating. Another 2 I got to do using showers. Like, what do you guys expect from me? Anyways, I'm joking. I'm the joke. You're not the joke, I'm the joke. That's why you're watching my show. Otherwise, you might be making a show called Vlogs About Nothing, and I'd watch it. Because I'm pretty shameless, and I enjoy watching other people mess up miserably on improvised areas of life and just talking about how they feel. Because, like, that's unfiltered, that's raw, that's authentic. There's no script here. I have no boss. Nobody's telling me what I should or shouldn't think. This in itself is a really awesome concept. It's really great. And so, yeah, don't worry, your boy will never be compromised. I don't care about money. I hardly care about anything. So, what I do care about is you. I care about people. I care about my life, becoming a better person. I care about your life in that the opportunities that, should be presented to y'all and the kind of life that I collectively think everybody has a right to live. And so, yeah, I just wonder to myself why I always find myself in a segment or an age group of the population that doesn't get listened to. I mean, listen, if you're young out there and you think that by the time you get to be close to 40, people are going to actually listen to you, you, my friend, are wrong. Have you turned on any of your electronic devices in any recent memory? I mean, obviously you have because you're watching me here on YouTube, but don't go any further out of this bubble because if you do, you'll be bombarded with boomers and old legacies of the quiet generation still trying to run this world in the way that it was run in the early 18th century when it is in fact 300 years after that, and it's a different vibe, you know what I mean? So I just, with reluctance, I'm wondering when people listen to other people. I'm desperate to find out, like, what this answer is in life. And it bothers me because why is being an American so hands on? Like Uncle Sam has you, and your parents have you, and your guardian, your essentially all wards of the state that are governed by the state, given rights to through our parents. I mean, so we're very a part of the system, right? Until we're about 18, and then we're told to go to college, get into debt, hopefully get a job, all of these different things, right? And then we do that, or we don't do that, and then we become into our middle 30s and we see all of these problems that are still going on, and yet nobody talks about middle age problems. Everybody's talking about old people problems, or, with all due respect, because I give little to the boomer problems, but with all due respect to Gen Z and the alpha generation, I mean, Like, seriously, like, we talk about young people getting dumber and old people getting wiser. That's what we talk about here in America. We talk about making memes and talking about the weather. Like, how can it be so extreme? Like, what happens in the middle? Like, where's all the substance? Where's all the stuff that goes into the sandwich? And that's called being middle aged, and I feel like it's lost here in America. I feel like we do a really good job with the propaganda and getting people confused and misled and in debt and entrapped in all of these certain social situations that they can't get out of by the time they're 30, that by the time you're 30 you're really just trying to, gain some semblance of a stable life, and then by the time you're 40 you're probably like every middle-aged American, in that you may have been married and now you're divorced. You may have children that you got to pay child support, alimony payments for divorce arrangements and things like that. So again, like, it's just interesting that I don't hear anybody ever talking about middle-aged problems, or even moreover, in particular, these middle-aged people were millennials, and I don't see anybody trying to help us, right? Like, nor help anybody other than a bunch of old folks. Like, seriously, like, this is why I said it's not just middle-aged people that suffer. It's young people and younger people too. Although young and younger people are still talked about, but in a negative kind of a way, at least they're still recognized. What happens to everybody from the age of 18 to 75? Because I guess that's the new median age you gotta be to still want a job to govern the people that are within the country that you profited from your entire life, and now you want to go riding into the sun with more than you have? Like, seriously, guys, it's too much. I mean, I can't imagine working past the age of 45. I'm not for it. And in fact, there's a new trend, and it's called micro retiring. And so, if you guys haven't heard of this new trend, I encourage everyone out there to seriously work as little as possible. I mean, don't give a career any kind of a thought. Do what you need to do to pay the bills that you need to pay, and that's that. Seriously, micro retire. The whole point of working is to save money so that you don't have to do anything. So, like, why not just start now? I mean, why put in all that work in the hopes that you're not going to get injured, hurt, or suffer some crazy life situation that you got to quit your job that's contingent upon you ultimately doing nothing? Like, let's give the workforce what the workforce deserves, and that's not a whole lot of anything. And in fact, it's more hands off than a lot of us would like to believe. Micro retiring is a great thing. I mean, seriously, if you're in college right now and you're listening to this, like, get your degree and get out of school and get a part-time job. Enjoy life. I mean, the exchange for money to time can be surpassed and overcome if you just don't work so hard to get that money. You know what I mean? And, like, I truly mean that. So yeah, micro retire, everybody. Stop working. It's not worth it. At least not until this country deserves what it needs to and pay people what it needs to be paid. And I thought we lived in the wealthiest country in the world. So I would say let's put our money where our mouths are and not exploit people and pretend like that's a good old boy American thing to do, because it's not. Maybe that was cool 100 years ago, but my good old boy friends, it is the year 2024. And you may still be around riding the cowboy, or riding the horse, cowboy, or riding the cowboy. I mean, I don't know. It's cool if you do. You ever seen Brokeback Mountain? I haven't, but I mean, it's not to say that I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I saw the movie Milk, which is a really good movie. It's about a gay politician. I think the first ever openly gay senator. And it's old school, and it's a great movie. So I hope that you guys, and I'm very pro LGBTQA plus. Like, you have no idea. Seriously, I think people should be whoever and whatever they want to be. That's it. If they want to identify as somebody else, more power to them. I'm confused just being my own self, and I say my name like, well, at least once a day, because I make these videos, and I gotta make 4 now, I guess, and for some reason I do still say my name. Anyways, it just means that my collective conscience belongs to Albert. The name Albert. I hope that you guys have a really good night, and thank you for watching all my shows. I really do appreciate it, alright? I promise, someday we will get somewhere. Until then, let's keep enjoying this journey, because I know I am, and I know that it's always the end of journeys that are always the worst, right? It's seriously, it's like, man, I really miss being in the middle of chaos. You know, what's happened? Why is everything so stable and normal? Let's stir things up. Again, I hope that you guys have a really good night, okay? Bye.